Welcome everyone to Cinema Regulars, the movie review show where we see so many movies in theaters that the employees know us by name and they don't ask us what movies we're seeing, they ask us how many. Now today we're looking at the two biggest movies of the summer. Well,
You can
one
say that, but
let's say one of the biggest movies of the summer and then another movie. We'll be
and then
looking
another movie that they just advertise the hell out of.
yeah. We'll be taking a look at the newest Superman movie, the first cinematic movie of the James Gunn DCU. We'll be taking our analysis of that. And then we will be following it up with Jurassic World Rebirth. I was this close to saying Dominion,
Uh,
just because that's the one we've been shitting on all the time. Um, So yeah, we'll be taking a look at those two again. That'll be great. Guys, be sure to subscribe because now that we've passed that 1,000 subscriber mark, we need to get our watch hours up so we can apply for monetization. And all the money we get off these videos will be used to buy more movie tickets to make more videos. It's a virtuous cycle, as they say. So let's go on into our first movie of the night, Superman. Isaac, take us away.
when Superman gets drawn into conflicts at home and abroad, his actions are questioned, giving tech billionaire Lex Luthor the opportunity to get the Man of Steel out of the way for good. Will intrepid reporter Lois Lane and Superman's four-legged companion Krypto be able to help him before it's too late?
Nice. Very, very succinct. Very good synopsis there. I
It
gotta
also
say,
cuts through a lot of what like it doesn't get bogged down by details
yeah.
either.
So I gotta say, the bare minimum I needed for this movie to be was better than anything Marvel had put out in the past 3 years. And I'm very proud and very happy to say that it absolutely was.
Oh yeah, this movie was it's no cinematic masterpiece, but it was so fun.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so
it
that's
was.
literally what every I hate I understand that a lot of like movie critics that we watch and stuff like that, they they say every time like they have to be critical, but they're like, yeah, I bet most people will sit here and say that yeah, it was fun, but like there's this and that and the other thing. It's like you can nitpick all you want. This movie was entertaining as hell.
Yes, I would like to start at a baseline of yes, it was entertaining, but let me nitpick the little things that I didn't like, or here's the things that they did wrong, or here's the things that don't make sense. I want content to be entertaining first. Like, make it
Yes.
be like at least passing like some like standard or like some threshold of standards. Cause I'm so
Yeah.
sick of getting the shit that Marvel puts out and it's just absolute garbage with like you have to go through with a fine-tooth comb to find things you like about it rather than nitpicking the things you don't like, right? And
You like you should walk away from the theater feeling good.
yeah, yeah, and Superman is the first time I've, you know, felt that way about a superhero movie since maybe like the Batman.
For me, it's probably No Way Home. It's the last time I had that.
That's because you didn't see the Batman in theaters.
I did not see the Batman in theaters. Wait, I actually didn't No Way Home come out after Batman?
Nope.
Huh. Oh well. Anyway, but no, like this was just fun. And for the record, I don't like Superman. I
Yeah,
I don't.
I
Like I actually think he's yeah,
I
like
did buy the
I
merch,
actually yeah,
but
I don't
not my
like him
favorite
because
either.
he's not because I don't like Superman as a character. It's that there are a lot more like interesting characters because Superman is just the force for good.
Yeah.
That is what he is and always has been. And after a while, okay, almost always has been.
Not
There are a
looking at
few
the
comic runs.
Injustice universe.
We don't talk. We're not talking about
Yeah, we
that right now.
do.
And even then, fine.
Go ahead.
Injustice is good, but like that's specifically meant to be the
Yeah, yeah.
bad. Superman is the
Go
bad
on.
guy comic. But like I prefer other people, like the Flash, or obviously Batman, or hell, even like I actually kind of like Aquaman. Like I think I kind of like him a little bit.
Uh huh.
But like Superman always just seemed very
Basic.
very like cookie. Yeah, he seems very basic. This movie really is gonna help a lot of people, especially me. Like because most of media you see about Superman is he's just this
Yeah.
like I'm gonna stop you and halt criminal. But like this made him a lot more fun and a lot more like like they I hate saying it because he put it in because he says it in the movie, but like they make him a lot more human, which is what he would be. Yes, he's an alien. He was raised as a human. Like he
Hmm.
was raised here on Earth. He would have human values and like emotions and feelings because that's all he knows.
Yeah.
Like, and you don't think about that a lot when you see Superman in media because he's just an unstoppable force,
That
basically.
no.
And
Well, no, because the whole point of the of DC Comics is that it's like godlike beings learning to adapt to human
there,
society and be human. Like you have Superman doing that, you have Martian Manhunter doing that, you have Red Tornado
okay,
doing that. Like that's the whole thing is that you have like these larger than life godlike figures becoming human. That's often used to
yeah,
describe the two comic runs is that DC is gods becoming human and then Marvel is humans becoming gods.
yeah, okay, fair enough. But what I mean is that like everyone just sees Superman as a goody two shoes guy and everything,
Well,
and he is.
yeah, the big blue
But you
boy
can
scout.
make that entertaining. You like this movie was so great. Like I love, and it's the scene in the trailer. I absolutely love the hell out of the scene where Lois is interviewing him, and she's like talking about like you as a representative of the America is like I wasn't representing anyone but myself and doing good, and he's just like, and she keeps on asking him questions, and he just goes, people were going to die.
Hmm.
I stopped people from dying, and that is such a perfect summation of what Superman is.
Yeah.
Like that scene right there is all you need to know that they understand who Superman is. It's so good.
Yeah, I'm very glad that James Gunn is taking the route of hiring people and working on this from an angle of enjoyment of the comics and like appreciation of the source material, not just passing it off to whoever wants the job and just not really doing a good job or paying attention to like the source material or whatever. It's just mixing everything up and making a mess of it. Like they stuck fairly accurate to the comics. There was a few things that are like, okay, that's different, but like it doesn't ruin anything, you know.
A lot of what some of the like complaints I've seen of this movie are like first off starting the movie with Superman getting his ass kicked is one of the things a lot of people aren't happy with because they're like, "Oh, Superman's supposed to be the thing." And like, you know that already though. Like why would we establish that and then have him get hurt? You know, like so he seems less, you know, like strong. Like, nah,
Are you
put him
saying
here.
in the manner of you need to show him being unstoppable so that when he gets beat that it's more impactful
Yeah.
and surprising. I
Yeah.
can see
But
that from
but
a narrative structure, but I would also argue that everyone on the face of the earth knows who Superman is already.
that's what I'm saying is that a
Exactly.
lot of people are complaining about like it starts with him getting his ass kicked and it's like, of
There's no
course it
build
does.
up to that.
You already know Superman. The build up to this is your whole life.
Yeah.
Your whole life of knowing Superman is the build up to this.
Do you
If you don't
honestly
know who
think
Superman is,
this is
like
anyone's first experience with Superman?
exactly, and that's the thing I love about James Gunn is he understands that.
Yeah,
He understands that you know who this is. Let's get on with the story.
I'm very glad that I mean, I for one, I'm very glad that we're not just starting fresh by just doing everyone's origin stories again, because that they've been adapted so many times. Like, I want there's so many other cooler characters that need like 7 steps of build up in order to even appear. Like, you need to know
Yeah.
this character, that character, and then this event needs to happen, which leads to this event happening, and then this character shows up. But the way James Gunn has set everything up, it's metahumans have been on the planet for 300 years. They did that whole thing in the beginning.
3,000.
300.
No, he said 3,000.
3 centuries is 300 years.
Fair, good point. I thought it said 3 millennium, but
No.
if you said centuries, that's fine. That makes more sense because yeah, because with Hot Girl and uh Wonder Woman and all that, yeah, that makes sense.
Um, but with all that, it leaves open room for things to have been established already. You're jumping in the middle of this world that most people are already vaguely aware of. And
Yeah, this isn't. Go ahead,
even
continue.
even if you don't like know someone's backstory, like, not everyone's going to know what the deal is with Green Lantern and then he shows up in the movie. You don't need to, because they kind of just show up like, oh, this is Green Lantern, here's his thing. Like, they gave him a decent introduction where even if you don't
Yeah,
know who Guy Gardner specifically is,
yeah.
they give you enough information off the bat to explain it to you right then and there. So you're like, okay, caught up to speed.
The only person in this movie that gets no explanation and no like backstory is Hot Girl. She's the only one because and you just know who Hot Girl is. What other explanation do you need for Hot Girl? She's a woman with wings.
An explanation as
Like,
to why she has wings.
okay, fair. I
I
mean,
would say
isn't she an alien? Isn't she an alien?
it depends. It depends.
True. Because I've seen her
I
be an
would.
alien. I've seen her be like a reincarnated thing.
It's kind of both
Like
at
like
the same time.
okay, fair. But
But
anyway,
again, it
like
depends.
because like
I would say,
Mr. Terrific,
hang on.
which was go ahead.
I would say that if anyone would have needed more fleshing out, it would be Metamorpho. But
Hmm.
again, like, it's not necessary because they did a brief introduction of him, kind of just
You
saying, oh,
already
he
know his
can do
power
this.
set.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah, so like
here's this
they
guy,
quickly
here's his power set, here's what I'm using him for, and then the movie continues.
yeah, like that worked out great. I like I said, I love how they handled that because with Hot Girl, it's like okay, like whatever, but like Mr. Terrific, it's very clearly established he's smart and he builds and he's good at like he's got money. Like you know that both of those things are true. So like you don't have to question anything he does or makes or anything like that because it's just they already established that he's just smart and he has
Yeah.
gadgets. You don't need to explain any of it. Guy Gardner, he explains his own thing. He's like, I'm a Green Lantern. I was given this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, I I also love them using Guy Gardner as the first Green Lantern we see in this series.
Yeah.
Because A, Guy Gardner is so different from every other thing we've seen for Green Lantern. Because I know of Guy Gardner. I haven't really embroiled myself in a lot of Green Lantern specific media, but like when Green Lantern is in other things, like movies, TV shows, things like that, where he's not the main focus,
Yeah.
usually it's how Hal Jordan or what is it, Jon Stewart,
Jon Stewart.
the other one. It's usually one of those two. They sometimes talk about Guy, but Guy isn't really on the screen all that often.
He's the backup Green Lantern is what he's referred to as. So
yeah, like
Number
he's just
3.
kind of a dick. But oh my god, Nathan Fillion is fucking perfect casting for this man.
Yeah.
He loves the character already, like to the point of where he insisted on having the bowl cut in the movie. He just works so well with the character. I loved all the scenes that he had in this movie. There was not a moment that man was on screen that I didn't like.
Yeah, I gotta
Like,
say,
it was-
I gotta say, I don't think there was a single character that was like casted poorly, because like
I honestly thought
you'll see
Go
that
ahead.
through a bunch of other movies, and especially Marvel, where they will like race swap, gender swap, age swap, and then just completely like make the character unrecognizable. Like I can't even at a glance tell who this is supposed to be, or even just like cast someone who just doesn't look the part. Like again, my main conflict with Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic is that Mr. Fantastic's head is French fry box shaped. His popcorn shaped, right? Pedro Pascal's head is pumpkin shaped. He doesn't have Mr. Fantastic shaped head. He's got a pumpkin shaped head, okay? If you want to cast him as like a jack-o'-lantern or a pumpkin,
Mr. Fantastic's supposed to be like big and like
guy.
long and lanky.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be
Very
skinny
tall,
and
very thin.
stuff.
If you want to cast Josh Peck, he's got a long head. You'd have long, skinny head for Mr. Fantastic.
But like also, David, if we're talking about like people, bad casting choices, I thought Nicholas Hoult would have been a bad choice for Lex Luthor, because I'm sitting here thinking we're getting another Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh.
And like, no, dude hit the nail on the head for what they wanted him to be.
Yeah,
like,
he
he did such a good job of leaning into this absolutely horrifically evil character. And that's the thing about Lex Luthor. And this is something I've seen people complain about, and I don't quite get it, is that some people are like, if you can't be on Lex Luthor's side a little bit, then it's not Lex Luthor. And no, that's never been the thing for Lex Luthor. Like, there are instances.
Lex is good at manipulating the narrative or the facts into, or like posing an issue in a way that people would agree with him. But like in generally,
he's an evil guy. He's an evil dude.
It's not just the evilness that Lex Luthor is, or like that Nicholas Hoult was so good at portraying. It's the obsession with destroying Superman.
Yeah, no, they got that right off the bat. And that's another thing, is that people were talking like, again, back to the Superman being vulnerable thing. They were like, but he should be fine. He shouldn't be all beat up like that, because like, there's no kryptonite or whatever and all this shit. It's just some random dude in a robot suit. And I'm like, first off, this entire thing was set up by Lex Luthor.
Hold on.
Hold
on. Are these complaints coming from like before they see the movie or after they see the movie?
This is from reviews that I just look at.
Movie. So they're mad.
They've already seen the movie.
That a clone of Superman who was built to be on par with his strength is as strong as Superman.
Apparently, but like, even if that's not the case, in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm sorry, all of this was put in place by Lex fucking Luthor, the man that has literally obsessed, thought of nothing but destroying Superman since he was introduced.
Yeah.
Like, he never once thought Superman was a good thing. Ever. So, yeah, I can believe it that if anyone on this earth could find a way to hurt Superman without kryptonite, it would be this man.
And it was making another Kryptonian. Basically, it was not that hard actually, and it makes sense if you think about it. For all of
Was it
0.25
Ultraman in the suit?
seconds. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The
I couldn't
hammer of
remember that off
Barovia.
the
Yeah,
top of
he
my head.
went through the portal and took the suit off, and they're like, "Yay, Ultraman's back!"
Oh,
And I
right.
gotta
Right,
say,
right, right, right.
I actually really dug the Ultraman angle that he's like programmed with like a list of moves that Lex Luthor handpicked and hand designed to take down Superman, like to like counter all of his attacks and to surprise him out of nowhere, to the point where they just say like a letter number combo and it just goes programmed like right into his head and he just performs it exactly as
Yeah,
needed.
he has like 8 different people that are controlling robots around him that give him like a full like 360-degree like angle on the fight for him to be able to like give him his orders and stuff like that. And like there are some really good seasons like scenes with that because it's it's really cool that they used it like that because while yes, it is a different being fighting Superman, it really felt like Lex is the one dealing the damage.
Yeah.
Like it really felt that. Like that one scene that you said you really like, where he's like punching him in the face over and over
Yeah,
again,
the
and he's just
1A, 1A,
like
1A, 1A.
yeah, yeah, that was so good.
That
Like,
that went
I
stupid hard. I don't care what you say.
uh, I would really like to see an interview with Nicholas Holt about his like thought process and the way he got into the emotional states he had to
I
get into
guarantee you it's
for the
already
role.
online.
I would love to see it because, like, when he's beaten and he's like giving his speech about Superman, like he is on the verge of tears of his frustration of why can no one else see this? Why can no one else see what a danger he is? And it's like he genuinely thinks he's in the right.
Well, of course he does. That's Lex Luthor.
Exactly, and that's the best part about him. Like you can see like with the emotions on his face that he can't see why no one else sees it.
Yeah, and
And
yeah, and
it's very good.
that's Lex Luthor. I
Like and
wanna
that's why he delivered.
I wanna say I
Okay.
think everyone was fleshed out very decently, and in the way that I think no character was underutilized at all. I think Jimmy Olsen getting his own, like part in the
Side
overall
story.
story to do, like his own,
Yeah.
and Crypto being on screen, like a lot of people are gonna see him for what he pretty much is the marketable plushie that Crypto is, but he had a decent like role in the movie, and like he was never like. I will bring this up again when we talk about Jurassic World Rebirth, but when you see Crypto on the screen, you don't roll your eyes and go, "Yeah, there's our marketing opportunity. There's our newest line of merch for you to buy." And it's
No,
like
you
there's
go,
the
oh my
kid.
gosh, it's crypto.
It's like, "Yeah, Crypto, there we go." And then like when Crypto's in trouble, you're like, "No!" And then
I
that
also really liked them portraying crypto the way they did as just a normal
Just a super
dog.
energetic dog. Yeah, because normally he's like human level smart, where he'll like take orders and like he's very calm most of the time. You see like all the other ones, and he's very like well put together. But this one, he's just like actually like a big untrained dog who's just like,
And I like the way they explained that too.
yeah,
I do love how all that shook out. And it was very well done. And I also love all like I loved Mr. Terrific in this cuz they
he was good.
butchered him in the Arrowverse. Like there are so many people that don't know who Mr. Terrific is as well.
I do.
But like the first time I ever heard of Mr. Terrific was in CW's Arrow show. He was one of the multiple heroes that they bring in, and he was just like this pretty much college kid
Yeah.
that made the spheres and all this, and like it was just he was kind of whiny, and yeah, he was smart, but he wasn't like genius level. Like he could hack things and understand things and make things, but like he wasn't really confident in it all the time.
Yeah.
But like this Mr. Terrific was
Terrific.
cold, calculating. Like he was great at everything he was doing. And I loved the attitude they gave him as well.
Yeah.
Like it worked out so well. Like I've been seeing clips of Mr. Terrific recently after the movie came out of like clips of him in the Justice League show and everything, and how this man is like you said it, like he's the third smartest man on earth, right?
Canonically, yeah. And I
Yeah.
feel like the
So
Superman movie really portrayed that. Like I would believe it.
well yeah, cuz I loved that they gave him one whole scene to himself where he just mowed through an entire compound worth of dudes.
And it was hard as fuck.
It was so sick. I loved it.
You think like, here's this guy and he's really smart and he's got machines. Like how like that doesn't sound like a guy you would want on your team. I mean, you would want him on a team, but he's definitely not your first pick in the DC universe. But then, like, you see him in action, like using all these his T spheres, and then like fighting the way he does, and it was awesome.
The Justice the Justice Gang, as they are right now, because I also
Cool
like
name.
that he's starting before the League is formed. I like that he's
Yeah,
starting before the Justice League is formed. Because this is actually another cool thing is that while we aren't getting an origin, this is only 3 years after Superman has been
yeah,
introduced.
it's still quite
So
early.
yeah, I do like that he left himself room to grow, but he also didn't start us at the beginning.
Yeah,
Like it's really nice. Also, starting at the beginning of his and Lois's relationship is really good too. Like it's a perfect starting point there.
yeah, it's not bad.
It I am super excited to see what else, and a lot of people are also saying that like oh, he just made Guardians of the Galaxy but Superman.
No,
And it's like
not at all.
and but what I'm they're afraid that it's gonna have this tone for the whole thing. He has come out and said that his different movies that he's doing, like the next two movies we're getting out of this man is the Supergirl movie next year, and also next year is the Clayface body horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like those two are going to be vastly different. Or maybe Supergirl might be more of the same, but like Clayface is going to be completely different from that.
Yeah,
From
it's
this,
meant to be
like
a
it's going to be
horror
a horror.
tragedy, and we're also getting a Swamp Thing horror movie as well. Let's go.
Yeah,
Dude,
we have the Batman movie.
horror movies coming out of the DC universe is going to be insane. I remember I was
Oh
super hyped for New Mutants when that came out because it was
yeah,
bringing a genre element to a Marvel movie, and it was super interesting. It was kind of shaky how it ended up playing out, and they had to cut out a lot of the actual horror bits. But I still really liked it, and I'm really
yeah,
hoping that the Clayface movie and the Swamp Thing movie are actually going to take a harder horror element, because you can
yeah.
absolutely do that with Swamp Thing. It's
So
very scary.
really, what this movie is, it sounds weird to say, but it represents hope for cinema again. It really does, which is ironic because that's what Superman is. Superman represents hope.
It would be
Like that's
fitting,
what the
not
symbol
ironic.
on his Sorry, fitting. That's what the symbol on his chest means. So like it's it's so nice. Like this has an air of we're so back so well.
It does. All right.
Like
I I think we've been prattling on about this for enough. We've sucked
oh,
its dick hard enough.
we could jerk this movie off all day and
We should go ahead into the rankings and wrap this up here.
yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. You
Um,
start first.
I'm gonna give this a very, very high 7 out of 10. This is exactly what the DC movies needed, and it's exactly what superhero movies in general needed. They needed to be fun, and they needed to be entertaining, and they needed to be good and competent again, because god damn, Marvel, you are not giving us that. And
They have dropped the ball so hard since Endgame.
since DC had taken that, break last year, as of like, was that last year or was it a year before? I think whenever Aquaman 2 was, whether that was 2023 or 2024 at the end. End of 2023. DC had taken a whole year off to not put out any movies, and Marvel just had like unlimited, like it was uncontested in the scene of superhero movies, so it just got to kind of just flood the market with nothing but itself, and people just got sick of it because the movies kept being worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And then
Yeah.
Superman just punches through and gives us something that people actually have the capacity to enjoy for once, and we are so back.
Oh, it's so good. I'm giving this movie an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed the hell out of this. So much. Oh my god, was this such a fun ride from beginning to end. Like we really only had like you only really had like one complaint about the movie. And the fact that we're giving it 8s and 7s isn't because the movie wasn't oh my god amazing. It was exactly what it needed to be. Not every movie needs to be so good that it's oh my god I can't believe. Like sometimes you can get away with just in letting people enjoy shit.
All right. Moving on to our next movie of the night, we have Jurassic World Rebirth. Now, we actually just got out of this today, so it's the freshest in our minds. Or is it the most rotten? Isaac, take us away with the description, please.
Zora Bennett leads a team of skilled operatives to the most dangerous place on Earth, an island research facility for the original Jurassic Park. Their mission false. Their mission is to secure genetic material from dinosaurs whose DNA can provide life-saving benefits to mankind. As the top secret expedition becomes more and more risky, they soon make a sinister, shocking discovery that's been hidden from the world for decades. Bullshit.
You said Zora.
So, to
You said Zora Bennett.
yes,
Who is that?
that was Scarlett Johansson. They
Uh,
only called her Z through the whole fucking movie.
Did
They called
they?
her Zora
Oh my
like
god.
twice. They called
I
her Zora like 2 or 3 times during the movie,
No,
and that
I
was it.
recall him calling her Bennett one time in the car. This movie, one of many problems is that I have no idea what anyone's name is until like a certain point. Like before we get into anything, I just want to do this real quick. It's really funny
Yeah, go
because
for it.
anytime someone like dies or like gets dragged away by a dinosaur or whatever, somebody else will just come up and just like look at them get dragged away in the distance and then just like scream their name out like 6 or 7 times out in a row. There was one lady who died. I think her name was Nina or something. The guy just
Nina, yeah.
was on the beach. Nina, Nina, Nina. She can't hear you. Her ears are in that creature's lower intestine. Okay, like it's not gonna. She's not gonna answer, dude. She's not calling back. It's oh my
Yeah,
god,
this
being
so
te- I have no idea what anyone's names are, okay? Except for Nina
the only
and Duncan because they were yelled multiple times as they were dying.
there were literally only like three other characters whose names I know. And
I
that was
You got me. Let's here,
well that was the
let's run down characters, okay? We have on the science team, we have Scarlett Johansson, we
yeah.
have Almost Blade, we have
Yeah. I don't
Nina,
remember. I think his name was
we
Duncan
have
or something.
yeah, that one was Duncan. We have black guy who doesn't speak English.
Yeah,
We
could
have
not tell you that man's
we
name.
have evil pharmaceutical rep, and
I don't know his name either.
we have scientist with glasses.
His name's Henry. I remember that.
Was it? I don't recall them ever calling him that. Okay.
I believe so.
My
Yeah,
god.
his name is Henry.
And then on the inexplicable B team of this story, we have the dad,
I don't know his name.
the daughter,
Which daughter?
the kid,
That's Bella.
and the boyfriend.
Xavier. And the only reason I remember that dude's name is because I was waiting for that man to die in this movie.
He was
Also,
not going to die. And then
every fucking character that has any ounce of character development has it in between scenes. It happens in between scenes.
that's a
There's
lie.
literally
That
no
is a lie because it doesn't happen at all.
No, because okay, so you have Xavier, the slacker boyfriend, who like starts taking responsibility, and that literally happens out of fucking nowhere.
Oh my god.
Like he just starts taking responsibility.
That was the only aspect of the movie I was kind of semi interested in, is because like he's like lazy and like he's a piece of shit, and like obviously the father doesn't approve, but like his girlfriend, that guy's daughter, falls off the boat and he immediately grabs like the little like lifeguard like floaty thing
Yeah.
and jumps into the water after her, right? So I
Yeah.
think viewing like through the father's eyes, he would see, huh, you jumped in the water immediately to save my daughter, risking your life to save hers. Respectable, right? So I assume that the next time he has a chance to speak with Xavier, that he's going to, commend him on that.
He does at one point.
He does, like 3 scenes after that happened. I'm like, what is taking you so long to just like, hey, you saved my daughter, pat on the back. I respect that. And then
there's literally
hold your horse, dude.
Go ahead.
Hold your dinosaur-sized horse, because immediately after he does commend him for that and say, hey, you risked your life to save my daughter, like, that's real man shit type whatever. And he just pokes it. He's just poking around in the fire and goes, yeah, whatever. I'm like, dude, come on, man. What the fuck was that? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, like there's even a scene like the other thing that messes with my head in that is that where they're like he's like hard person to get to like, and she's like, yeah, and the girl is like, his daughter's like, yeah, it took me a while too, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, I still don't like him.
What the fuck is this relationship?
And I don't like him. I don't like anybody,
also,
actually.
the little girl pissed me off because like her character is introduced as a little girl who hates dinosaurs. That is her introduction.
And by
she literally asks
a pin in that.
Like there's a
pin in that. As an introduction, what he means is that it's the one sentence that her character was allowed to say before the plot happened. Each one of them has that. Because the dad, his plot is that he
doesn't like the boyfriend.
He doesn't like the boyfriend. The daughter, her main thing is that she's going to college and that she's dating the boyfriend. The little girl, she's a little girl. She likes candy and she doesn't like dinosaurs. And then the boyfriend, his character is that he's lazy, a piece of shit, and that he's dating the daughter.
Yeah.
Very very deep
But
on the characters
yeah.
here, right? Introduction.
But
But anyways,
like the moment this little girl is confronted by cute triceratops tiny lizard thing,
cute,
the thing
marketable, cute, marketable, tiny triceratops thing.
yeah. Yeah, they literally shoved that thing into this movie so much.
And then
Like
she's like,
just to
I'm
be
calling
able to
it Dolores, and I'm like, I leaned over to you, and I'm like, yeah, because they needed something to put on the front of the Funko Pop box.
yep.
They needed to call it
There's
something for all the
already
merch.
Not Alex, Kellen.
Who are you talking to here?
Sorry, you. I meant to say you. Sorry, I almost said Alex.
You did.
For some reason.
You said it 3
There's
times now.
already a Lego set for this thing.
What? Who would have
There's
thought?
there's already a Lego set that they've released about this.
Who could have predicted such a thing? That the little
Yeah,
cute
no.
dinosaur that they would use it for scheming marketable purposes to sell Legos and plushies and Funko Pops. Who could have predicted
Also,
that?
like, so the other thing that I'm talking about with that, yeah, yeah, you.
Go ahead.
But every single person in this movie has no conviction to their established like personalities. Like the only person that actually sticks to their morals the whole movie is is Henry, is the museum guy. Yeah, I guess technically also the greedy pharmaceutical dude,
He was
greedy
greedy and
pharmaceutical
he
piece of
did
shit.
enjoy pharmaceuticals the whole time. Yeah.
True. But like you said it when we were leaving that
Yeah.
this movie was good conceptually, and so were
Whoa,
some other
that
ones.
you are misquoting me.
Well, you said that
I
the
said
concept of
I
this
no,
movie what is interesting.
I said compared to Dominion, this is conceptually better. Like it's
Okay.
because the thing I was hearing about this, even from the employee that we bought tickets from, was saying that it's better than what was it? Fallen Kingdom was the second one.
Fallen Kingdom is is the second
They
one.
said it was
Dominion's the last
better
one.
than Fallen Kingdom and Dominion. And my analysis
Yeah.
is that conceptually, the premise that they're going to an island that has giant dinosaurs, the biggest ones, and they're collecting DNA samples from them to kind of make some magical mystery drug, apparently, is a
Mhm.
slightly better concept than whatever the fuck they were doing in Dominion. Um, but as far as execution goes, like how they made the movie, how they panned out each of those scenarios and the characters that were in those scenarios, uh, it was about as equally bad, if not worse, than Dominion. Because at least Dominion had Chris Pratt, and say what you will, there are some things that I like about Chris Pratt, and then there's what else is there? I don't know. There's not a whole lot to like about the movie. It's not great. I said my one thing that I praise Dominion for is that a single shot. There's a single shot in Jurassic World Dominion that I thought was really good, and it's when the lady's underwater hiding from the dinosaur, and the dinosaur's like sniffing the surface of the water, and it's like split right through the screen, and the dinosaur's here, and it like roars into the water, and the water in the middle ripples. I thought, oh, that's a great shot. That's a fantastic shot. And then the rest of the movie was garbage. There was like nothing in this. The closest thing I can get to a single good shot is when the little girl is in like an overturned raft down the river and like hiding from the T-Rex that's right above her, and the T-Rex like presses its teeth into the life raft, and from the inside you can see all the jagged points like dipping in, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But like that's as close as you
So
can get to like like enjoying anything about this. I I
Yeah.
I sat like dead face the whole time. Like, can this please be over? You brought it up,
This
and I'm
movie.
so glad you did. Within like the
Hmm.
first 20 minutes of the movie, the dialogue is atrocious. It's
Oh,
so
it's
bad.
horrible.
Oh my.
The emotions that these characters have are like they're I think what they're shooting for is like nonchalant mercenaries. You
Cocky.
know, people that skirt the law and they're kind of laugh about it. And but like they they make them laugh with every fucking sentence that they say. And like they smile at everything. They
And
fucking even
everything they do, every bit, every joke is like so corny as fuck. Like the scientist guy wants to be the one to like shoot the like sample dart needle gun, and he's like, "No,
yeah.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it." And then fucking Scarlett Johansson's character is like, "Well, come here. You feel the water splashing in your face?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "Okay, imagine that, but like more of it, and the boat is like tipped slightly, and you're trying to shoot at a moving target. I had good luck." And then she like takes 2 steps away, and he goes,
I
maybe you should do it. That's my decision." And then they're like, "Oh yeah, okay." And I'm like, that's such a cliche joke. Like, "Oh yeah, okay, you do it, see how it turns out." And it's like, actually, all of a sudden, I don't want to
I
do it.
I want to point out something that I just like consciously realized that I think is fucking hilarious.
Oh, what now?
In this in this like even in this synopsis, the point of this movie is that Scarlett Johansson's character is like super skilled and like she'll get us in and out and everything and she'll protect us. There is literally only 3 moments I can think of in this movie that she actually does anything to contribute to anything other than shooting the dinosaur.
Yeah, she doesn't do a
Like
whole lot
with the
aside
sample,
from that.
she has 3 seeds. 3 seeds. One, she throws a rock at the bird thing.
We're starting
Two,
at the bird thing.
well, that's the first one that came to
Oh,
mind. There
okay.
might be an earlier
Not
one, but
chronologically. Okay, Isaac, that's the
okay.
last one.
There no she shoots one of the other bird things that went into the tunnel with them. And three, give me a minute.
She holds the rope when the guy
What
falls.
rope?
When the guy falls off the cliff.
Oh yeah, she holds the rope when the guy falls. Mind you, the her throwing a rock and the rope thing happen in 5 minutes of each other, which is almost an hour and a half into this godforsaken movie.
Yeah, it's not great.
This movie is 2 hours and 15 minutes long.
Too long. 2 hours and 15 minutes too long. You mean to
This
say?
movie had zero. The stakes were zero. They did not flesh out anything that was interesting about the movie. Like I wanted to know so much more about like they yada yada a lot of why dinosaurs are dying, which by the way is insanely fucking lazy to say. Like to just say, oh, all the dinosaurs died out between these 2 movies. Fun fact, they died out it's been 5 years since the things of Dominion, right? And all the dinosaurs in the rest of the world have died out except for the ones in this band. It was 3 years between the events of Fallen Kingdom and Dominion, and they were flourishing in everything. So you telling me it only took 5 years for these dinosaurs to just die?
Yes. Clearly.
That's bullshit. That's such bullshit.
And they said it was because of the climate, which
But again,
I guess suddenly now the temperature is too cold for the dinosaur.
there were giant dinosaurs living in frozen ass Montana in the last one we watched.
Well, not for very long.
We had dinosaurs living in an area that they created that was in a mountain.
But
Like there was ice-capped mountains right next to where they were. There was a whole scene where there was a dinosaur chasing them through frozen ice.
All right, all right, all right. Enough of that. Are you gonna buy the Lego set or not?
No! First off, because Legos are way too expensive anyways. Second of all, this movie's garbage. It's so bad. This franchise has gone to hell so fast. Because, like, this has all the makings of them wanting to keep making more Jurassic World movies, but, like, they have shot themselves in the foot narratively.
Yeah, it's not
because
good.
now calling it Jurassic World is a misnomer now. We're back to Jurassic Island.
That's true. That's true. They did kind of like condense it, so it's not really a Jurassic World anymore. Kind of, thank God, in a way, because it was getting somewhere else.
Man, thank God. The problem that that one doctor, freaking Jeff Goldblum, said was a problem isn't a problem.
Yeah,
like 8 years after the fact.
I gotta say, like the first 15 minutes in this movie, I hated. Yeah, excluding the lab scene in the beginning, the cold open with the Snickers bar, that was kind of stupid. But at least
I am angered so much by that.
Yeah,
I am angered so
Isaac
much by
has
that. That
never
angers
been
me so.
Angrier at a Snickers bar in his entire life.
The whole fucking island, the whole movie takes place solely because of a Snickers bar. Because this fat ass can't throw away a Snickers bar. The Snickers wrapper gets sucked into this thing. And it just breaks the door instantly. And not only does it break that door, it breaks all of the security measures that this breaks the entire security system. The entire security system was apparently connected to this one fucking door.
You would think in an all white laboratory, the walls, the floors, the suits were all pure pristine white, anybody would have noticed the black Snickers wrapper on the ground to be like,
yeah. The other thing that makes no sense to me,
throw that on the ground anywhere in this highly secure and highly sanitized facility.
Exactly. But the other thing that really annoys me is they're trying to build this as something for the original Jurassic Park. They were making new species for the original Jurassic Park, which doesn't make sense because the original park was never seen by the public.
Isaac's turn.
It wasn't seen by anyone. It wasn't seen by anyone until they released the Jurassic World, which, granted, was around for a while, I would say. But what the fuck?
Really
this only makes sense.
They wanted you to pay attention to all the references. That was the real thing I hated about the first 15 minutes, is because the very first thing that they do once they time skip into the start of the main plot is they zoom in on the evil pharmaceutical guy pharmaceutical guy in his car, and they zoom in on a shot of the rear view window, or the rear view mirror, I mean, with the objects in mirror are closer than they appear. Get it from the movie, remember? And then when they go to recruit Henry, the science guy, he's in his dinosaur museum, and then there's a banner that falls down in front of the T-Rex skeleton. It's I literally said the first 10-15 minutes of this movie grabs you by the rib cage, rips you in half while screaming, "Remember the time!" And I'm like, oh, please tell me the whole movie isn't like this. Thankfully it wasn't. My bad. But it wasn't that much better.
Yeah. Also, I was wrong. It was 4 years between Fallen Kingdom and Dominion. 4 years. 4 whole ass years. And you're telling me that in twice that time, the rest of them died? And not only that, is that this lab only exists because, he literally states that, they needed to, appease the public. They wanted scarier things. And it's okay, this is kind of what we saw with the Indominus Rex. Like that, like they want to make new dinosaurs. So I'm like, oh, this whole compound is like they created the Indominus Rex, and then they wanted to make like they were working on other things, and this happened while they were doing that. Like, no, apparently this island, all the shit here happened before all that. And also, I know no one else knows this because no one else likes Jurassic Park enough to have watched the third movie, but or the second one, because I think it might actually be the second one that has it.
You don't even know.
There's already an island that was the original. There were two islands. John Hammond purchased two islands. He purchased the one to build the park on, and he purchased another one to do research. And this is a completely different island from that one. Like, they have forgotten all of their narrative shit. It's like what you were telling me about, where, like it's like when cartoons that have been running for so long use assets from things that they have no idea what they're for anymore.
Yeah.
Like they've just forgotten shit and they're just like, "Oh, hey, there was an island." Like they just remember, "Oh yeah, there was this one island." And they're like, "Cool, let's make it this." And it's like, "No. You already have the other one." Fuck.
So,
God, I used to like Jurassic Park. It was so cool. How do you fuck up a movie about dinosaurs?
so because I'm slightly sadistic and that I want to see Isaac turn even more red. Not only was this a bad movie, but this was a horrible movie theater experience today, wasn't it, Isaac?
Oh my god, yes it was! Fuck! I have never wanted to scream at someone in a movie theater before in my life. Ever. I almost walked. There were these two fucking people that sat on like literally directly to our, like not next to us, but like they were off to the side, but in the same row we were. And like I wanted to look at them as we were leaving the theater and just tell them, you two have no business being in a theater and should never step foot in one ever again. They were the worst. They talked through the whole fucking movie. They were the ones that, like they were almost worse than, you know, the stereotypical like, no, don't go in the scary room. Like, nah. Like,
They,
oh my god, they were awful.
they were giving like director's commentary through the whole movie.
They were. And the dude behind us that like freaked out every single time that a dinosaur came on screen, or like he'd be like dinosaurs would go to try and like kill someone, and he'd be like, "All right, here we go. Like this is what I came for." Like
He had like never heard a joke before in his life, so whenever they made like the worst pun possible, like we saw the trailer for Project Hail Mary, super excited to see that next year. And
yes.
in the trailer, Ryan Gosling says, "I put the knot in astronaut," and he goes, "Ha ha ha ha!" Like he does like full belly laughs over like the most not funny jokes. Any attempt at humor, no matter how bad it was left with a roaring laughter the entire theater could hear.
And then like he would talk, and then his girlfriend or whatever was with him. Like was like picking apart the movie, like all the nitpicky shit. Like there's a part that you already brought up where the T-Rex is like biting the raft, and then like it spits it out, and like it gets sucked under the water, and then it pops back up, and it's perfectly fine. Like it still goes. And she's like, yeah, and it's still like it does that, and the woman next to him goes, and it still floats. What the? And he goes, yeah. Like shut up. Like I'm trying to watch the movie, and I'm like, so are the fucking rest of us. Shut the fuck up. And also, I don't want to be, you know, one of those people that ends up in that ad about, you know, diabetes shaming that they had flying around for a bit. But like, I'm sorry. If you have an electronic insulin pump that tops off your insulin on its own, either put that shit on silent or don't see a movie in public. Cause that movie went off that shit went off every like 10 minutes. Like you could hear it beep the whole fucking
Is
time.
the beeping
Uh
like it adding more insulin?
yes.
How that woman is in a horrible health because that went off like it beeped like every 15 minutes. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's normal for an insulin
I
pump.
don't know if it was just her or if it was the fact that there was like 3 different people in our theater that had that shit on them,
Oh,
maybe.
it was
But
like oh
like,
yeah, there was definitely more than one in there, and
yeah,
it was
like, oh
annoying.
my
But
gosh, like, yeah, take care of yourself, fine.
I'm
But
sure
like,
in some manner, if it's absolutely necessary for you to be alive, whatever. Yeah, fine. Okay, I'll excuse it. I'll put up with it. The little beeps, whatever. It's not that big a deal. But on top of that, you are talking through the entire movie. There's more people talking and obnoxiously laughing directly behind us, and then polka dotted throughout the whole theater. There's like 2 or 3 more people who didn't turn their cell phones off, so they're getting text messages and the fucking Facebook Messenger pucking noise every
you
single
somehow,
time.
you somehow made this movie worse.
What? Yeah.
Like, you took a bad movie and made the experience even worse.
Are these just Jurassic Park fans? Are these the only
I'm,
people left who like the franchise?
I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot of people buying tickets for this shit.
People who don't turn their phones off and aren't wise enough to know that you shouldn't be giving direct commentary throughout the entire movie. Is that these the? Because when we went to see Dominion, we got it to ourselves because nobody else wanted to see it. That made for a hell of a nap,
Holy
though.
fucking shit.
What?
No.
What? How much money is this movie making?
$537 million worldwide. They
Ah.
suckered us all.
Now check the budget.
Hold,
Let's play a game called Now Check What the
please.
Budget Was.
Hold on. That's the that's the production. That's the production budget. Hold on. Jurassic World Rebirth marketing budget is estimated to be around $90 million.
So that's a marketing budget.
And the production budget is $180 million.
So about
So
$270,000 production and
270
marketing.
million.
That's what I said. Oh, million. Did I say thousand?
Yeah, you
Million.
said 1,000.
So about $270 million, which minus from that is about roughly close to the same thing.
Yeah, the though I will state the movie came out on July 2nd.
Did it?
Its opening weekend it grossed $322 million.
Damn.
Luckily enough, we did not contribute to that because we had the lucky of having associate passes, so we didn't have to spend money on this godforsaken movie.
Yeah, thank God we didn't actually have to pay for this. All right. Anyways, let's head them on over to the rankings. I
Yeah.
was prepared to give this a 5 because it was so nothing, but as the movie kept on, it dropped to a 4 and then finally to a 3 out of 10. This is a terrible movie. It's a lot of people are saying, "Oh, at least it's better than Dominion." I'm like, I think it's on par with Dominion, if not worse, because like Jurassic World movies, they just need to stop. They just keep missing the mark
They do.
over and over.
They
and
could
over
have
again.
made them good, but they don't know how to.
Yeah.
Um,
They just need to stop.
I am also giving this movie a 3 out of 10, and it's really funny. I'm noticing a pattern when we go see bad movies now. There's a stopping point on my list. Cuz you go down the list and you're like, was it better or worse than this? There's a movie that is filtering out a lot that is sticking the threes in their spot. And that movie is Mickey 17. I have Mickey 17 at the very bottom of my threes, and there's not a lot getting past that barrier.
Yeah,
Because I would
it's a
still
rough
rather
movie.
watch this. I would still rather watch this than Mickey 17.
At least
Like I could sit down
sometimes
and
a
watch it.
dinosaur shows up and kills somebody. That was,
I'd rather watch.
in all seriousness, that was the best part of this movie is when dinosaurs showed up and then got rid of some of the cast. Because thank
Yes.
God.
That's something that they know how to do well, but that's the only good
Get rid
thing
of
they
the
know
cast.
how to do.
I can do that very
God,
well.
they should.
You're all fired.
The also I know we don't like to yap a whole lot after we give the things, but the amount of shit that happens in this movie that they just leave on the table to never be seen again is awful.
Dude,
One that I
D-Rex.
had in the D-Rex, I wanted to know so much more about that, and they did not give us any explanation beyond, oh, they were making mutants.
Yeah, they never even
And that was
said the
it.
name out loud. You had to read it on the containment sign.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, this movie.
The other thing is that there was a scene where they were like trudging through the marsh, and like this like almost tentacle type thing attacked them, like, or at least tried to get them.
Yeah.
And then like they got out of the water, and then it like pans to the water, and it like it slithers out the top and then back into the water kind of thing. And I was like, oh, so like in my head, I'm sitting there like, oh, so now I know how the executive dude is gonna die. Like he's gonna get separated or some shit, and he's gonna end up back here, and he's gonna get killed by that thing or something. Like they left a Chekhov's gun on there with that thing.
Yeah.
Like I thought we'd get a better look at that thing later. And when that didn't happen, I thought the other thing that was gonna happen is that like, because they kind of end up back in that marsh area when the black guy is being chased by the D-Rex,
Yeah.
and like he's got the thing, and then like the light goes out and all that. I thought what was gonna happen was either that thing was gonna take him out, or it was gonna see the D-Rex as moving in on its territory and attack the D-Rex, and that would be how he gets away. No, didn't happen. That thing never once ever showed up again ever in the entire movie. All we saw was a tentacle of it. That was it. It almost seemed like they didn't want to put any other dinosaur beside the little tiny one in this movie.
Yeah, see, the movie benefited from you. The movie benefits from that in the manner that like there's like next to no permanence, like scene permanence in this movie. As soon as a scene is over, it's out of your memory. It just gets memory hold every single one of them.
I was gonna bring that up because you said this movie is the freshest in our memory.
And it's all it's already gone. Like it took me a minute to even remember what you were talking about.
Yeah, because it was so just blink and you'll miss it kind of shit.
It's true. All right. That should wrap up our podcast here. Thank you so much for joining us, guys, once again. Isaac, would you like to read off what our lovely viewers could be expecting next time?
Next time, we should, unfortunately, have the new Fantastic Four Marvel movie, as well as, unfortunately, the Smurfs. We're going to subject ourselves to that. But on a more positive note, we should have the new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie. We haven't seen those yet. We haven't seen the other ones yet. We should watch those.
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta catch up with those. And the other one we have is the movie we've been waiting for all summer. We should have Together.
Yes.
I am so excited for Together. That movie is. That movie has, like, you know that thing that you talk about when you have a good feeling about a movie? I have such a good feeling about Together.
Me too. Me
I
too. I'm
I
I'm
I,
super
I
excited
cannot
for
wait
it.
for it.
All right. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe because it keeps us going back to the theaters and bringing these videos back here to you. And until next time, guys, that's a wrap.
Roll credits.
You were lacking.